The Champions League has returned. Wasif Elahi has returned. This is Pressing Matters brought to you by On the Mic. Speaking of returns, you know who won't be back for the Champions League next season?
Man City.
No, Chelsea. But also, yeah, Man City.
I'm not
But
wrong.
anyway, City have been banned unless you're living under a rock and you don't know. I'm about to tell you. City ji Champions League se ban ho gayi hai for 2 years right now.
Yeah.
After UEFA found them guilty of breaching financial fair play rules. Basically, financial fair play are a set of rules to ensure that clubs do not spend beyond their means. Umer, can you Google BBC financial fair play? I think there is a fairly good article on that. So basically, financial fair play technically shows कि आप कि जो revenue stream वगैरह generate कर रहे हो उससे ज़्यादा wages वगैरह तो नहीं pay कर रहे. It's essentially so it was introduced by UEFA to prevent clubs that qualify for its competition from spending beyond their means and financial doping. Right, so clubs can spend up to 5 million euros more than they earn, so they can incur losses, but they need to have
a certain amount.
So they need to have owners.
40 type ka limit tha.
Yeah, so it's 45 million euros. So clubs had owners who could cover such amounts. They do. So City के case में हुआ था कि City have been found guilty of lying on their accounts.
Yeah, they had losses of 140.
So what they were doing, they were using different companies, image rights companies, for example, जो उन्होंने खुद पीछे से बनाई हुई थी to act like fronts. तो अब मज़ेदार बात है. So if you scroll down. Right. So wait. Yeah. What are the possible sanctions for clubs in breach of FEP? So this is Jean-Luc Dehaene. Right. Whoever. Khair, the first chairman and chief investigator of something. Khair, wo.
CFCB, yeah.
So wo guy died in May 20.
He died in May 2014.
God rest his soul. Khair. He said the atomic bomb is a ban from European competition. So City pe atomic bomb chala diya unhone. This case will go to the Court of Arbitration for Sport and then maybe Swiss courts if it doesn't get resolved there. There is, Wasif, a human side to it. We can all laugh at City and that's perfectly fine. Ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. They're cheating and all of that. But Jurgen Klopp se jab pucha gaya tha ke what do you think of this ban? He was like, first of all, I feel for Pep Guardiola and Man City because wo to sirf football khel rahe hain. They don't know the account side of it. They don't know owners kya kar rahe hain. They give it their all on the pitch. Do you feel sorry for Pep Guardiola and the players?
Yeah, I actually feel the same way. He has a point. I mean, the players and the coaches are just doing their thing, right? Like they're doing what they've come in to do. It has, there's nothing to do with the finances, or any of that. So it's really harsh on the players and the fans because the players have also been trying to work towards certain goals, right? And now because of the negligence of their owners or whoever, they can't do that. And their careers aren't that long, as we know.
So what do you think about retrospective action jo liya ja raha hai? Do you think their title should be stripped away?
I mean, I would like that personally as being a Liverpool fan, but I feel like it might be harsh. I mean, I don't know.
So
maybe this European ban is fine, but I think to go back that, I mean, I can't really say honestly to strip away the 2014 title.
Any title, principally, do you think that's fine?
I mean, they might have to set a precedent. So if they do that, then I think that might be the reason. But I'm not sure. This ban I think is fine. Is ye to banta hai, but to go back and strip them of their older titles, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So what I feel is that I think that would be incredibly harsh because जो भी action होना चाहिए वो I think future related होना चाहिए. क्योंकि like we said, City, what they have done over the last 2 seasons have been just incredible. Not enough credit is given to them to achieve 198 points over 2 seasons, regardless of how much you spend, is insane, right? Especially the second season, jab Liverpool were right at it week after week, and City went on this mad run between February and May, where they didn't drop a single point. So they put everything they had on the pitch, and the fans हमें season पता चल रहा है what it's like to experience that joy of winning games and eventually winning the title.
Yeah.
I don't think any set of fans should have that taken away from them. Like that joy of winning a title and going through that roller coaster. Just because cheating वगैरह हुई थी. I mean, अगर इस तरह करना है तो फिर I think what about I mean, I'm not really sure about this argument, but it's one that came up. What about clubs that they faced that got relegated?
Mhm.
But then again, the counter argument to that would be कि I'm pretty sure अगर Cardiff versus City cheating के उन्होंने ना भी की होती और मैच होता तो
फिर भी जीत
हरा
जाते,
जाता.
yeah.
But anyway,
But they can still make that argument. Cardiff
yeah.
or like
Guardiola says interestingly कि अभी कल रात को भी उसने मैच के बाद कहा है, if they don't sack me, to quote Guardiola himself, you won't have the balls. If they don't sack me, he says I'll stay. And Sterling is also said कि वो भी रह रहा है. What about players like De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva?
Yeah, these players don't have that much of their prime left, De Bruyne is like 29, 28 to 29, and he hasn't won Champions League yet. Neither has Bernardo Silva. So they will probably be looking. I mean, let me pose a question to you. In fact, if you were in their position and you wanted to win the Champions League, that's like a player's main ambition, and this happens, would you blame them if they wanted to move on? I mean, to like try and win it?
Yeah, I think
probably in this case I'm talking more about KDB than about Bernardo Silva because he's been there longer.
Yeah, blame to
not blame, but like, would you?
I mean, he wouldn't be remembered fondly, right? मुझे लगता है कि ban कम हो जाएगा. I think एक season का हो जाएगा.
I think एक साल हो जाएगा.
हाँ,
yeah, same.
एक साल हुआ तो फिर I don't think he should.
एक साल हुआ then they shouldn't. But if it stays with the 2 years, and that means that they'll be back in Champions League when he's like 30, 31.
30.
Yeah.
So नहीं तो ये scene है कि the reason why if I'm De Bruyne I would like to stay is कि every player around the world wants to work for Pep, with Pep, right? जिस तरह उसने improve किया जो वो किया है, they have won and done stuff that is absolutely incredible, right? Where does he go from here? Like इससे बेहतर टीम, सिटी से बेहतर टीम लिवरपूल ही है अभी आजकल. तो रियाल को आप कह सकते हो, but like does he really want to go
Real
there?
Barca aren't in that same league as you can say as they were like a few seasons ago, but at the same time even their history and their prestige could also attract some of the players.
But अब ये होगा कि with the league to focus on next season, Pep will come at Liverpool with everything he's got. That might be new signings. I think they do need new signings, but just generally उसका वैसे भी league focus होता है, लेकिन without the Champions League looming over his head, अगले साल के league जो है वो it'll be incredibly fascinating. Speaking of City's upcoming match against Real, Zidane versus Pep काफी interesting होगा in the sense
before we get to that, I just have a thing that like you've banned City for 2 seasons, but they're still in the competition right now. So it'd be really funny that should they go on to win the Champions League, the same officials who banned them will be putting medals around their necks.
Yeah. पता है काफी, that's a good point, because now UEFA will want more than anything कि City ना जीते. Will that lend itself in officiating decisions or something like that?
That is a big controversy.
Yeah, it could happen because the last thing they need is कि वो जी podium पे खड़े में और वो
No, so that's my point. I feel like
वो Fernandinho club captain, I think. हाँ, Fernandinho है.
Yeah.
Company चला गया. Like sup. मतलब अब और क्या ही हो सकता है?
नहीं, but that's my point. Like, do you think that they should have been knocked out of the competition?
Yeah,
right
either
now?
that or like समर में ये सारा चलो ले लिए, सारी एविडेंस निकाल लिए, समर में अनाउंस करते हैं कि अगले साल से आप नहीं खेल रहे, क्योंकि हम इसका ऑकवर्डनेस तो पोटेंशियल ऑकवर्डनेस तो खत्म हो जाती.
Exactly.
सो वियर्ड. लाइक वो जीते तो फिर क्या होगा अगले साल? उसके सुपर कप में खेलेंगे क्या? नो वन नोज व्हाट्स हैपनिंग.
That's a very good question. Should they win the Champions League, will they even play in the Super Cup? It's a UEFA sanctioned match.
For to win the whole thing they have to beat Real Madrid.
I can actually see them beating them.
Psychological impact क्या होगा ban का in the Real Madrid match?
You could say that it could make them hungrier for this season.
Do you think that will happen, or will it like दिमाग में होगा ban हो गया?
See, so there's 2 options. Either that will happen, or it can be that the players' heads are turned to different places now that that they might be looking for ways out. I mean, yeah, Sterling said he'll stay, and like Pep said he'll stay.
They're stupid if they want to leave.
Maybe, but
किधर जाएं? Anyway, City have been shaky in defensive transitions this season. Also, Guardiola's away record in the Premier League is incredibly shaky. If they go on to lose or something, तो फिर उस पे like detail में बात करेंगे. But from his time at Barcelona, his away record for some reason is just really, really bad. Real, interestingly enough, have been काफ़ी defensively solid है वो season. They've conceded less goals than Atletico, I think. Yeah, पिछले Celta Vigo से उन्होंने 2-2 draw किया. I think. Wait, Umer, can you type Real versus Celta Vigo? But they gave a 2-goal lead or something, or just gave away cheap goals or something.
Yeah, it's 2-2 in the end, right?
I think so. हाँ, 2-2 था. तो उस मैच से पहले तक तो they had conceded less goals. वैसे Atletico ने भी 2 किए थे. They still conceded less goals than Atletico.
But going forward, they haven't been as potent.
Yeah, so Benzema stopped scoring. Celta Vigo, Real, yeah, 2-2. तो
they were winning 2-0.
Not sure. अच्छा, तो Benzema stopped scoring. और वो उनका main वो था, लेकिन Hazard's back from injury. He's due a great Champions League performance. काफी I don't think हमने को देखी.
We haven't really seen Hazard perform that well in a Real Madrid jersey yet.
Or in a Chelsea jersey in the Champions League. कोई याद है match? Any performances spring to mind?
Champions League specifically, no, I can't think of that many.
काफी interesting है player like that not having no iconic moments to his name in the Champions League. What's your prediction?
For
Real City first leg?
First leg is at the Etihad?
Bernabeu.
It's at the Bernabeu. Since it's at the Bernabeu, I've 1-0 City.
No. Yeah. I'm going 2-1 to Real.
2-1 to Real.
Or 1-1, something like that. But I don't see City winning. Because
I can see City winning both legs. I don't know.
City away, I think हार जाएगी, draw करेगी. Home पे they'll win. I think so. Here, moving on to Simeone's Wandas at the Metropolitano.
Yeah.
I think I should get credit for that pun.
Yes, we all said that. We all agreed on that.
नहीं, camera पे भी कौन है? It doesn't like.
This was Ismail's pun.
Thank you.
His name. 100% credit goes to Ismail Farooq.
Yep. Going into the game, people said Atletico were struggling and they weren't the same side, and they were right. Atletico have been underperforming their expected goals by a lot, but defensively they've still been pretty great. And Simeone is pretty incredible at knockout games. The perfect so. I'm pretty sure that what Simeone would classify as the perfect start literally happened because वो यही था कि 15-20 मिनट attack करेंगे, get a goal, and then just sit backs because they're the masters at defending 1-goal lead in knockout competitions.
Parking the bus.
Yeah, so I think that's doing a disservice to them.
Is it? If it was any other team, would you be saying that?
No, because वो सिर्फ ये नहीं है ना कि वो बस बैठ जाते हैं, like बस देखी जाएगी आएंगे. They're very systematic about how they. तो वो literally जो अपने मैच में कर रहे थे, they were उनकी 4-4-2 थी, but their midfield 4 इतनी narrow थी.
Yeah, I think
इतनी narrow थी कि what they used to do was कि Liverpool की जो 3-man midfield थी ना, center में it was like 4 versus 3.
Yeah.
And not 2 versus 3 जो 4-4-2 में normally होता है.
Yeah, I think
तो वो outnumber कर रहे थे और ball एक दो like space was out wide, but like Atletico जिस तरह press वगैरह करती है, and this is very important and very a Simeone thing that not other sides do. They move laterally. The entire team वो horizontally move करती है. तो ये scene होता है कि जब ball एक तरफ like ट्रेंट की तरफ जाती थी, पूरी टीम उस तरफ shift करती थी, including Lamar and everyone there, और वो वहाँ पे squeeze होता था पूरा. So they close space down really quickly. So the ball to Robertson was on, like could have been on for the whole game, लेकिन वो surprisingly किया.
Although, I mean, they were giving Trent and Robbo like a lot more space. Like basically they were giving up like the sides to like certain extent and like keeping it like a bit packed in the middle.
लेकिन उसमें थोड़ा फर्क था ना, so it wasn't like Emery did.
Yeah.
कि साइड्स दी
नहीं, वो तो
क्रॉस अंदर मारी जाओ, वो साइड देते थे, आउट बॉल आपको प्रोवाइड करते थे और फिर एकदम से वो पहुंचते थे. So
plus unlike that same team that you mentioned, the Arsenal team, Pepe I think was in that team and he wasn't tracking back with, in this case Lamar was kept pace with Trent. Also it didn't help the fact Trent and Robbo both, who are great at crossing, I think had a pretty bad game.
मुझे लगता है Robbo अच्छा खेला था.
Robbo defensively, yes. In fact he saved a sure goal from like what I remember.
that was amazing.
Far post पे जो उसने वो clear किया था. But Trent had, I think, 2-3 times at least. He had times he had time to put in 2 great crosses, and both times I think like it went over the bar.
Trent और साला बहुत बुरा खेले थे.
Salah तो
we'll get to
fine,
Salah
yeah.
and the subs in a bit. Trent और साला बहुत बुरा खेले थे.
Wijnaldum was
Robbo,
gone
I
missing,
think.
yeah.
Robbo, I think. Whenever he decided to run with the ball, Atletico couldn't cope with him. Like he was catching the ball really well. That's another story कि माने चला गया तो वो उनकी केमिस्ट्री वगैरह काफ़ी, and माने obviously is a world class player.
Yeah.
लेकिन ट्रेंट के पास जब बॉल पहले हाफ में काफ़ी दफ़ा गई थी and he had some sort of space, didn't capitalize. I think Klopp ने काफ़ी
Henderson also had like a really bad game.
Yeah, the midfield work wasn't great.
Like stupid fouls, very like sideways, backward, and if he did try to hit it forward, like it would like super wayward from like what I remember.
That's not entirely down to Henderson
It's
himself.
not down to Henderson, but like it's.
अच्छा तो Klopp ने कहा है कि जी हमारी, and he's right, build up excellent. Liverpool were very great with their build up and how they got to the final third.
Yeah.
वहाँ पहुँच और काउंटर प्रेसिंग बहुत अच्छी थी. They nicked the ball off Atletico really quickly. 70-something% possession. Umer, you can check Atletico versus Liverpool stats. Those two phases were great. Final third, where it mattered.
Yeah.
वहाँ पे nothing clicked.
Yeah, but वहाँ पे you should probably give Atletico credit where it's due, man. That's
obviously
defending was
obviously
brilliant.
वो
Yeah.
आपको जगह नहीं देते. But
I think Thomas had a great game, dude. Like Thomas had a
I
brilliant.
think Thomas is a great player. 73% possession for Liverpool, and credit to Atletico, 0 shots on target. That's the second time since Klopp has come in
that he has
shot on target. And the other match was against Napoli. Speaking of the subs, what do you think? Mane off at halftime. He said that was because of the yellow.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision in my opinion.
वो Simeone crowd वो चढ़ा था रेफरी की, क्या ही बात करें अब. रेफरी had a stinker. Again मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि हम उसकी वजह से हारे हैं.
Yeah,
but
no,
like
not
generally
at all.
it was just a bad performance from the referee.
Mane off was a good decision, I think, in my opinion. But
why Salah off? अगर माने को निकाला, I know Salah अच्छा नहीं खेल रहा था, लेकिन माने को जब निकाल दिया
फिर
और
साला को
आपने
डीप
ब्लॉक तोड़ना है तो फिर आप साला को क्यों? And why not have Minamino or Keita?
That was my point. That like I feel like if Mane is going off, then Minamino should come on, or someone like not Origi.
यार Origi's fine. Midfield में change चाहिए था. We needed someone like चलो Chamberlain तो आ गए थे. We needed Keita. Game में Keita की इतनी ज़रूरत थी because they needed
those drives forward.
Exactly.
We actually needed
you
that.
need someone like Keita, Musa Dembele, someone of that sort. जो Arthur, for example, जो ball लेके ना भागते हैं and they commit people, so their space opens up on.
Yeah, and neither Gini or Henderson are that great at it. So
yeah, they're different strengths. Atletico ने और जो बात काफ़ी फिट की थी, they blocked the passing lanes. वही के they weren't allowing us to. So blocking the passing lane is a very underrated thing.
Yeah.
कि आप literally बस अपने आप को position इस तरह करते हो कि between the lines वैसी जगह नहीं थी, but like pass जा ही नहीं सकता. So Henderson and Wijnaldum usually only had the option to go to Trent or the center backs because
and they were fine with that. And they were fine with like them doing that.
Atletico were fine with them. That all day.
But my thing is that okay, if you have that chance, put in better crosses. That's my only thing. So they didn't help him like themselves.
Second leg. Klopp has said, "Welcome to Anfield. It's not over yet."
Yeah. Also a stat to go along with this second leg. Klopp hasn't lost a two-legged tie with Liverpool. Simeone has never lost, I think, a tie against a team that didn't have Ronaldo. I think that's stat.
हर साल उनका रियाल के साथ पड़ जाता था. पिछले साल यूवेंटस से पड़ा.
Yeah. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens now.
Yeah. What do you think?
I do not give predictions on Liverpool matches.
No prediction. Like scoreline ना बताओ. What do you think Liverpool will go through?
Yeah, they can. I don't know. Honestly, man, because if it was any other
over here,
being diplomatic. No. Yeah, they can go through.
नहीं सुन रहा, tension ना ले.
He's also a subscriber.
Fair.
My only thing is that Simeone is very like experienced in like this kind of situation.
Right.
So,
but so are we.
Breaking them down,
Turning over deficits.
Exactly. So
But
it's
like
very hard.
this is no Barcelona. They will not
Exactly.
lie down.
It's not going to be as open as it was against, Barca.
Exactly. But it's
or
only
even
one goal.
Dortmund for that matter.
Well, you could argue one goal against them was like 3 versus Barcelona. But
like Dortmund और Barca की डिफेंडिंग में और एथलेटिको की डिफेंडिंग में तो बहुत फर्क है.
हाँ.
So it's not going to be like
defend.
Yeah, there you go. Origi's not going to have a free tap in from the corner.
I think if we play 100% and if we अगर हम away goal नहीं खाते, if we shut up shop, go through, simple as. We're better than them. People are forgetting we're a better team than them.
Yeah.
We're a better team than every other team in the world.
Yeah.
So we need to have faith. And Anfield is like, I know it's a cliche, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of the other
Anfield
games that happened that night, Dortmund vs PSG, didn't watch a whole lot of it obviously क्योंकि Liverpool का मैच था, but PSG की वही first world problems चल रही हैं. Neymar criticized Tuchel.
What do you think it is? Like, do you think like they're weak?
Neymar criticized Tuchel and Tuchel criticized him back. like यही चल रहा है. वो Neymar ने कहा जी मुझे रेस्क्यू किया इंजरी के बाद, like मुझे खिलाते, तो उसने कहा भाई तुम्हारे पास रिदम ही नहीं है or something. I don't know.
That's actually something that I've like never heard of. Like Neymar, like it's the one thing he has, and it's rhythm. He's Brazilian. They all have rhythm.
That's not the kind we're talking about. Like here.
No, I know, but still, dude, have you seen him on the ball? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Mbappe, वो clip देखी है Mbappe वो सब की है Tuchel ने और वो सुन नहीं रहा उसके बाद. Umer, can you pull that up? Yeah, so yeah, शुरू से please.
How do you know कि वो सुन नहीं रहा?
यार वो दिखाएंगे ना. Wow, the internet's given way. अच्छा आगे चल रही है, पीछे नहीं चल रही. For some reason. But खैर है वो उसको लिटरली उसने वो सब किया है.
वो Mbappe is leaving in the summer.
नहीं but like इस तरह के मसले look at him. Like वो उसको कह रहा है कि भाई मेरी बात सुन लो. like मैंने किसी वजह से उतारा, वो कह रहा है मैंने सुननी नहीं है. फिर another thing, Kimpembe जो है, Kimpembe's brother insulted Tuchel's mother on social media.
That is very like 7th grade.
Yeah, but it is happening. And now moving on to the point, PSG struggle in Europe every single year. Every single year people like नहीं इस साल उनकी टीम बड़ी फिट है जी, कुछ कर लेंगे. हर साल वो निकल जाते हैं. पता नहीं अभी निकलेंगे या नहीं, but why do you think that is?
I think it has to do with the fact that the league is so weak. They don't have a challenge at all in their like domestic league, and so that means that the matches that they're playing on like a daily basis, or like on like a weekly basis, in fact, it's hardly a challenge. Like they don't find it that difficult to beat Rennes or like any of these teams.
हाँ तो उसके लिए उनको इतनी creativity, इतनी innovation, इतना वो नहीं चाहिए होता. They're not.
It's not that hard to like break through the lines. So it does make the players like complacent or like.
और दूसरा ये है कि when shit hits the fan, the great thing about Liverpool and any other great team like Real Madrid, for example, that won 3 Champions League, was that when shit hit the fan, they knew how to like recuperate and go again. They were problem solvers on the pitch.
Exactly.
इनको problem solve करने को मिलती नहीं है पूरे season. तो जब problem
exactly. That's my
point. जाते हैं.
It's not like enough of a challenge. Also, right now at this moment, having egos like Neymar and Mbappe in the dressing room is not exactly helping their team spirit or anything like that.
हाँ ये वो तो चलेगा ही, सुपर ईगोस का जो सीन होता है. दूसरी तरफ Erling Halaand, 39 goals, 8 assists in 29 matches.
Bro, 39 goals in 29
10
games.
goals, 1 assist in 7 Champions League matches. He's only 19.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
His release clause is 80 million apparently.
That's it?
किधर जाएगा?
अभी तो आया है.
नहीं मतलब जब समय में उसके पीछे पड़ जाएंगे. वो तो हौसला करे ना करे, बाकी क्लब्स ने थोड़ी करना है. Pretty sure if he gets an offer from say PSG,
नहीं PSG नहीं जाता. PSG नहीं जाता bro, come on. Especially if like Dortmund like
चलो let's say
United
भी नहीं जाएगा. Let's say he gets an offer from I don't know, बारसा. नहीं बारसा भी नहीं जाएगा, पता नहीं कहाँ जाएगा. खैर Bayern नहीं यार Bayern तो वही same story के सारे पहुंच जाते हैं.
Same story. Speaking of Bayern, watching him in that match actually reminded me a lot of Lewandowski. The
In
way
what
that he
way?
was playing, like his positioning, his finishing. You see his second goal?
Yeah. This
That is-
that is a
that-
thunder bastard.
That reminded okay. That reminded me of. Do you remember Lewandowski's goal against Real? It was like from much closer, where he gets the ball and
वो पीछे करता
bangs
है
it
वो.
top
Yeah,
corner.
top वो
It
ऊपर.
reminded me of like this was like a lot further out, but like the finish.
उसने फिर भी थोड़ी टच ली थी, उसने कहा बस हार के रख दो बस. शूट की आवाज है.
Also, he kind of eclipsed the performances of Hakimi and Sancho also. In he played so well that like you didn't notice how well these two were playing, and I think that like these three playing together, it's like it can be like really dangerous combination for like other teams.
Yeah. One last thing that we have to talk about. Arsene Wenger साहब आए हैं और उन्होंने कहा है कि मैं नया ऑफसाइड का रूल ला रहा हूँ. Have you heard about this?
क्या मतलब?
नहीं पता.
नई ऑफसाइड का रूल ला रहा हूँ.
नया ऑफसाइड का रूल ला रहा हूँ.
कौन है आर्सेन वेंगर? जो वो नहीं एज एन आई नो कौन है, बट लाइक ऑफसाइड रूल कैसे ला रहा है? ऑफसाइड का रूल कैसे ला रहा है? क्या मतलब?
ऑफसाइड का रूल चेंज कर रहा है वो फॉर VAR एंड I'll run you through the motions like you. उसने कहा है कि I'm going to solve the offside problem with VAR.
Yeah, I think बहुत वेला है मसला ये.
सुनाए आया कहता है मैं चेंज कर रहा हूँ. हमने कहा क्या चेंज करें? कहते हैं देखो पहले होता था ना कि डिफेंडर से आगे स्कोरिंग पार्ट थोड़ा सा भी है तो ऑफ साइड है. तो अब होगा ये कि अगर कोई सा भी पार्ट डिफेंडर के साथ लाइन में है तो ऑफ साइड नहीं है, तो ऑन साइड है. सो इफ माई हील इज इन लाइन विद योर टोनेल, आई एम ऑन साइड.
So basically
उसने apparently कहा है कि इससे VAR की लाइनें वगैरह खत्म हो जाएगी, हालांकि नहीं होंगी.
This changes like the
Nothing.
position of the line.
This just changes the whole.
Also, so he's basically implementing like the goal line thing to like offside basically.
नहीं like वो सेम वही वो polygons and shit बना रहे होंगे अपने, वो Pythagoras theorem लगा रहे होंगे. खैर वो like फर्क कोई नहीं पड़ेगा. like बस ये अच्छा वैसे what this is a huge change by the way. This is the biggest change since back pass rule जो आया है.
Wait, is he actually like is it actually happening?
No, he says कि लाएंगे new offside law put on hold by FA and FIFA to rule. अभी नहीं शुक्र है रोक दिया. उसने कहा मैं 20 2020 में ला रहा हूँ. अभी उसने कहा बॉयज मेरे पास एक प्लान है, और वो स्पीच के एंड पे उसने कहा मैं ला रहा हूँ. तो वैसे स्पीकिंग ऑफ if this change ever comes, I hope it doesn't. क्या चेंज होगा गेम में?
Yeah, change होना. I think the rule is fine right now. Like if you bring in a machine to do this, it is going to tell you in a very like black and white terms कि है या नहीं है. Like इतना सा भी हो तो वो तो बोलेगा है. Like
रूल ही है.
I don't understand
any part
exactly.
तो वो
It's super harsh, but it is what it is. Like, you can't.
I think अगर ये change आ गया, we're going to have such boring football. Ironically, this is here to have more goals. Excuse me.
Also, what does that say to like?
मैं बताता हूँ. वो सीन ये है कि since now like attackers are naturally faster than defenders most of the time, right? And since now someone with just like वो 2 सेकंड पहले भी अगर 1 सेकंड पहले भी दौड़ना शुरू हो जाए, he can still be on side in some sense, right? अगर उसका एक पीछे वाला पैर आपके साथ लाइन में है, तो now defenders will just camp in the box, deep खेलेंगे, और you will have much more cagey matches. No one will play a high line anymore. Risk बहुत होगा. कोई एम्बापे टाइप दौड़ गया तो कौन पकड़ेगा? तो लाइक इस तरह का सीन है. आई मीन और वो VAR वाला मसला भी नहीं खत्म हो रहा. तो
offside trap will be impossible basically.
Yeah. So like this will be a goal. Well, this should have been goal anyway. तो खैर
should it have?
यार उसकी आर्म पिट पता नहीं भाई, मैं तो समझ से बाहर है मेरे. आर्म पिट का हिसाब लगा लो. Is armpit a scoring part of the body? Has anyone scored with their armpit?
But in like technical terms, it is a scoring part of the body. You can score from there. It takes a lot of effort, but it can be done.
पता नहीं किस तरह करते हैं. खैर कोई ब्राजीलियन बॉय ने किया होगा, pretty sure.
हाँ वैसे ये है.
यार ये रहेगा
फैल्काओ वो फुटसॉल में. फुटसॉल वाला फैल्काओ.
अच्छा I think what else? I think we're done. कोई टॉटनम हार गई.
Atlanta.
Reading जितना उनका वेज बिल है. Reading are 15th in the championship. That's they have a wage bill lower.
Debut season, yeah.
They have a wage bill lower than Reading. Reading are 15th in the championship.
Yeah, this is Atlanta.
ये क्या हुआ? कैमरा बंद हो गया बॉयज, हम जा रहे हैं. अल्लाह हाफिज.
कैमरा बंद हुआ है तो अब क्या सीन है?
क्यों? We fucking put in the SD card, but we were done anyway. It doesn't matter.
This is Pressing Matters brought to you by On the Mic.
Shut the fuck up. That's my line.